going to be a reading for Aquarius for the month of January. Before I start, guys, if you can just like this video, subscribe to the channel. These are general readings, general meaning they may or may not resonate for you. If you are a cross-watcher of the sign, feel free to switch the characters around at any time in the story if that's how it applies to your situation. Let's just get to it. This is for January for Aquarians. We're going to start off with the Crystal Spirit Oracle cards. We're going to pull a crystal, see what's going on with that, which one resonates with you. If you feel pulled to it or if it feels like a stone that, you know, is calling out to you, feel free to look it up. Maybe you want to purchase it and carry it around in the month of January, right? Then we're going to do a regular spread using the Tarot of Dreams deck once we get that card. So let's just see what crystals or crystal. I'm trying to stick to one because I like to read the meaning, the relationship message, prosperity message, and there's the Crystal Spirit meditation message in the book. So we're going to stick with one because I don't want the majority of my readings to be like reading from books. So I just like to choose one and then I do the spread, which is an intuitive reading. So Spirit, what messages or what crystals resonating with my lovely Aquarians for January? What crystal resonates with my lovely Aquarius for January? Ooh, it flew out. We have Pneumite. And it's like 3 U's. Two U's. I'm like, Pneumite. That's very black, right? Oh no, it's dark. Oh, it's actually a dark bluish, like a navy, very dark blue if you really look up close. Not quite black. But let's see what this is. This is new. I don't think I've gotten Pneumite before. So it's 38. Let's find it in the book and see what it says. Yeah, okay. Love the illustrations. The meaning of this card says achieving self-mastery, inner power, recovering your sense of self, okay? So Aquarius, let's see what's going on with this relationship message. It says when it comes to your relationships with others, building trust and intimacy is a process. Practice leads to results, for repetition develops skills. Just as you engage in a dance with a partner, leading and following, stay present in the moment. Listening to signals and cues and being clear about what you need and desire. Yes, toes will get stepped on here and there, but it's how you and your partner deal with the inevitable missteps that allows you to develop a closeness that can stand up even to the biggest challenges. Practice, practice, practice. And soon it will be second nature to express yourself in relationships in ways that reflect your highest aspirations for how you want to show up for others and what you want to experience. Cultivate love through practicing being loving. So Aquarius, you guys are air signs, you know, you're more logical, you're more in the mental space. Sometimes maybe people around you say, hey, you come off too detached, you come off too cold. And you're working on that. And I like that for you. You're working on being more emotionally available or also maybe expressing things more. Sometimes people around you, they tell you, I can't read you. And that's something you're really trying to be better with communicating, okay? Everyone doesn't have to communicate the same, you know? So just find out what works for you in your connection, especially if you're in a relationship. So we have the prosperity message. It says, dig into the earth and you will soon realize that layers upon layers of soil and rock have built up over time. And this is a lesson for how to build a foundation in the material world to help you feel more secure. Your true prosperity will always lie in your relationship with the conscious universe, your co-creator. Pneumite Spirit is here to remind you that outer conditions will soon begin to reflect your intention to own your natural abundance, but you must practice the art of building wealth, which might feel unfamiliar and uncomfortable to you. Take time today to honor yourself for how far you've come in the discipline you have shown in methodically working to master your fears about not having enough and about not being up to the task of wealth building. You know, that was kind of similar to Cancers, but they had amethyst. It said abundance within, abundance without is what the conscious universe wants for you. You are getting there incrementally each time you commit to practice and consciously repeat the actions you know are healthy in alignment with abundance. Mastery arises from conscious repetition, so know what you need to do and do it. The conscious universe is with you. So let's read the Crystal Spirit meditation, which is like 3 sentences. So it says, Pneumite feels sacred, carrying the vibration of the wise elder or teacher. When we are ready, this stone will assist us in diving down into the very depths of self in order to unearth and reclaim the lost or buried part of us. It encourages us to embrace and integrate the neglected pieces of who we are, step into our power, and once again know ourselves as the perfect beings we have always been. Okay. Whew, it's a lot going on. It's like a lot of people trying to get out of the scarcity mentality and I get it, especially think about the last 2 years we had. Look at the markets, right? Look at when things were shut down. You know, time is flying, but I feel like there's people still recuperating. And right now, when I'm doing this reading, December, right? I've seen a lot of layoffs from a lot of big companies, and there's more coming. So right now, it's kind of like, oh shoot, it's time to hunker down. It's time to make sure we're not overextending ourselves on credit, that we're paying off our debts, that we have an emergency fund. People are really, I feel like a lot of people are like, oh, it's time to get wealth. It's time to build it just to be safe, right? Do you have 3 months of like a safety net? I think you should have more, 6 months. And if you get to a year, I know it's hard though. People got bills, and it's like when inflation's so high, it's like, how can you even do it? So I feel like a lot of that nervous energy, right? I can say those things, but there's gonna be someone like, hey, listen, do you not see the prices of everything? After I pay everything off, I'm left with nothing to even save. So I know, guys, I know. It's easier said than done sometimes. And, you know, that could be a place of privilege when you say those things. So I really am careful because everyone's circumstances are different. But it's like, what's the best you can do? Your best is different than someone else's best. So think about that. Because I just don't want to see, people out in the street. I don't want to see people struggling. I just read an article that it said, what was it, 10 million people, ages, was it 27 to 41, moved back at home with their parents? Pretty sure they didn't want to, but if you have to rebuild, you got to do what you got to do. Especially if you have a family that's loving. Some people, like, going home makes them miserable because it's like, oh, that environment is just so toxic to them. So do whatever you can to get out. So spirit messages do you have for Aquarius for January? What messages do you have for Aquarius? So we're going to pull some cards. First up, Aquarius, we have the 8 of Coins. Some of you guys re-enrolled in school, or you're just taking more courses. There's a lot of there's boot camps and stuff now too, like courses where you get certificates. There's so many different ways of education now, right? For certain things, like there's certain things you always gonna have to go through the traditional schooling. Being a doctor, medical school, medical school, being a lawyer, school, law school, so there's just certain paths for certain jobs, but there's other jobs that may be more technical or stuff, or trades and stuff like that. So some of you guys are picking up a trade. Good job. I like that for you. Sometimes some of you guys want to start, maybe something you could do on the side. I'm hearing handyman, handy woman business, maybe cleaning houses. I'm just getting these little things you guys are doing to make ends meet. We have the Page of Wands. I love the Page of Wands. That is the good news card. This is good news. Some of you guys have been waiting for some good news, Aquarius. The time is here. Whether it's you got the job, your job offer, some of you guys, you're going to actually be able to kind of, what's the word I want to use? Negotiate a higher salary than you originally thought. So I like that. Some of you guys, if your current role, you may get a raise. Also a new year could be time to do performances. We have the Palace of Swords. I love the Palace of Swords, especially for an air sign. What the Palace of Swords tells me is that you're at a place where you are thinking clearly. Like you're not in this frantic place in January. You're able to make informed decisions, was coming out of a place of that, a balanced state or a balanced mind. Have you ever made a decision when your mind is like running 100 miles in a minute? Like your mind is just going and going and going, and someone's like, make a decision, you make a decision, and you realize and that's not the decision that's probably the best for you, but it's too late. So it's good to be at this place, okay? So we have this, Sun card, happiest card in the deck, Leo energy. Also, if you're Aquarius rising, this, Leo's your 7th house. So that is the house of marriage and relationships. I like to see the Sun card there. It's telling me there's joy. You're finally finding some joy. And also, oh yeah, happy birthday to January Aquariuses, right? Because this is for the whole month of January. So if you're a January Aquarius, happy birthday, by the way. I like this. Knight of Wands, Sag energy, passionate. Ooh, 7 of Swords. Oh, some of you guys are going to have to decipher between, I was going to say, BS and what's true. So I feel like there's a Knight of Wands with a 7 of Swords energy over here, but why do I feel like there's another energy? So if you're dating, like you're single and dating, there's a true match, that brings the sun and happy. And then there's this false match parading as a true match. But we're going to pull some more cards. We have the Six of Cups, Scorpio. Yeah, King of Cups. See, I feel like this is the true match, Scorpio energy, but it's just that emotionally available, loving, someone that shows up for you versus the Knight of Wands, Seven of Swords. That's kind of sketchy. The Knight of Wands could just come in for passion, 2 days and then they disappear and ghost, or they're very sporadic, or it's like they come in for the physical pleasures. They're not going to stick around for the emotions or the tough but you don't care about that. 10 of Cups. 7 of Cups. Yeah, they're trying to cause confusion. Some of you guys, someone from your past is coming in when your current situation and trying to cause confusion to you. Like with the 6 of Cups, right? That past. Try to be like, oh, remember that time? Remember that time? And they're going to be like, oh, red pill, blue pill. Red door, blue door. Which decision will you make? Who are you going to choose? You're going to stick to what you have right now. It's so beautiful. You have a 10 of Cups. You have someone that brings you this emotional fulfillment. Someone you guys, maybe if you started a family already, but if you haven't, it's someone you can start a family with. So this Knight of Wands needs to move and get out the way. Because this King of Cups is here, and they're here to stay. I don't understand why this person thinks they could come in and throw a wrench into what you've been building from the past. And it's like what they're telling you about the past, some good times. Remember we laughed about that? Remember that? But it's like, yeah, remember when you broke my heart? Remember when you were a jerk? Remember when you just disappeared and you didn't respond? Like, very narcissistic, this person. Ugh, I don't like it. But I love this King of Cups because they're bringing the Sun card and the 10 of Cups. And a lot of good things happen since this person's been in your life. Like, your money has been increased. Like, everything seems better. Your health. So, yeah, this person's going to try to sneak back in, but you're not going to have it. So, you may have to curse someone out or just block them. They shouldn't be able to get to you anyway. But I feel like this is the type of person who will follow you with, like, a fake page and watch your stories and stuff and try to connect with you any way they can. So, I understand why you're, like, going to be very annoyed with them, but don't let them bring that energy down. So that is your reading. Hope you guys enjoyed. Once again, if you can like this video, subscribe to the channel, and have a great January. Bye, guys.